Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here we go. Focus. Watch twist.
On 2nd down, Freeman. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Devontae Freeman. 31 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, hurry! Watch the ship! Watch the ship! Hey! Watch.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 10.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you'd gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Rip left, rip left.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Check 13, check. Pistol. Hey, check 24, watch 24. Check. Lucky. He's coming.
To throw, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And that was some effort, but it would appear that he's going to come up about a yard short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Freeman. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
That's caught. It's Malone. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Steelers 1st down.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
56, check 56. Down to lose 1. Black is on. 56, Mike, 57.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Take both of them. Get him. Check 24, check 24. Double. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Black is good.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep for the Browns, Antonio Callaway. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Let's go, D.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. The 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 79 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, at pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people, and oftentimes you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Steelers.
All right, now, what 30? Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Switch.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Like 80. Right there, 56. They gonna need some therapy after this. Wait,
on 2nd down now, Pollard. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30, and he'll be taken down at the 26. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Under 10. He's checking.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Open man there is Malone. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
230. 56 is the mark. Let's get the ball.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Boswell's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Browns drive about to get started. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield to throw it. It's caught by Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
What we got? Alert 3. Quarter. Check 50.
They toss to Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Freeman. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Set. 20. Mike 54. Here we go, D.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. But it appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing that puts them in that position.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Steeler first down.
Black 20. 53.
On first down, Pollard. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win home.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 56 is the mic. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. King. 31, check 31. Black.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
I'm scared. Check your hot read.
They'll run with Sanders. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This is the tight end, Njoku. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Hey, Zoo.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Regular. Hey, high 7.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Watch the pass.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught by OBJ. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Steelers.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Roethlisberger gets it off to Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. You go tight. Let's go. You got tight right there. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. 56. Come on, baby. Let's go. Let's see what you got. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Tighten up. Tighten up. Lock it there.
Here's Roethlisberger. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Hey, 133.
On second down now, it's Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Well, the lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 56, Mike. 59, what's up? Check 26, check 26.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Show that bench release and go. 56. Mike's 56. Switch up, switch up.
Now Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, exit.
One last shot for Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory.